At the plus, at the burner. Damn. Rest in peace, Big L. There we go.
Yes, sir.
Yo. How do I,
You gotta, what you call it? You gotta make that dual panel. Yes, sir.
expand?
Hold up.
Is that right?
Nah, hold up. You gotta, how do I say this? Like, you gotta go down to the settings. It's like at the bottom. It should be like something you can click that will allow you to like change the panels. It should be the one at the bottom left.
Settings. How do I do this?
The dude say you got no
Use
friends.
something for panel. I don't see panel or all right, here we go. No. Here we go. Side by side.
Damn. Nah, we got like 18.
We're learning this shit. We're learning.
Nah, that's
Bear with me.
You gotta invite the whole team.
All right.
He said, "Better get out the."
Got the whole team.
Ewok.
Is this it? No.
Nah, but you almost there though. You're on the right. Whatchamacallit though. See, what you have to do is okay. You have to like click the button that says like turn off like invites. It's like something that you click where it's like it
Really?
doesn't allow people to join, and then it'll just be you and me. It's in the same thing that you just were accessing.
Yeah.
It's in the same
Allow guest requests or not? Is that what you're saying?
Okay, so like the panel shit that you just did, there's like another thing to the right, and it's like a blue button that's automatically on, and it has something to do with like having other people in the light. Yes.
Is that right? Are we on now?
Yes. Now you gotta change the format again. Now you gotta go to the panel and feel me?
Expand both?
What'd you say?
Nah. So I can't find the dual. Full screen?
There is no dual. The way you did it earlier, now you can do the same thing. Just play around with it. I guarantee you it'll. Yes. Yeah.
Dude, all right. Now we know. Now we know. My bad.
Nah, you're good. That is like some like complex.
You figured that shit out in like 10 minutes, in 10 seconds.
Nah, they definitely got it.
I got a learning disability, I guess.
Nah, you're good. They gotta change that. I don't know why they gotta change that.
Well, I feel like I'm more clear than yours.
You said you feel like you're more clear than mine?
Yeah.
You mean like the actual quality?
Yeah.
I'm on a fucking Samsung, bro. It's like I be trying to tell I can't win, dog. I gotta like.
All right.
And I try. You see, I'm trying to like switch the background, and you know what I'm saying. I'm trying to get creative with shit.
Yeah,
so
I get the same one I just had.
Yeah, no, I had to switch it up. All right. Do you want to like restart this shit so we can get like a full clean live replay, or do you want to just go straight from the top of it?
I'm cool to just go with it if you don't mind, unless you want to have it cleaner. But I'd rather just rip. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's fine. But all right, let's get it, man. Shout out to everybody in the live stream. If you're watching this live stream, we're going to be talking about some astrological transits today. Going to be talking about Leo energy, which there's a lot of, Mars in Cancer, Venus in Libra, and Saturn in Aries.
We'll
And
square off.
yes, sir, everything in between. But yes, sir. So my name is Young Zay.
I'm Tadz.
Here with my boy Tadz, and this is episode 2 of, I'm just gonna say, the Zay and Tadz Astrology podcast.
The podcast.
I can't really think of anything else. But yeah, we had episode 1 yesterday. It was pretty good. Yesterday we talked about AI in the music industry. We talked about the whole Phoenix Flexing Rubber song. We talked about the EDP documentary. We talked about just anything that had to deal with like Jupiter and Leo, and how, everybody is kind of like putting themselves out there right now. Talked about the Saturn Aries with the Libra opposition and a whole bunch of other stuff. If you want to watch any of those clips, I posted a bunch of them on my page. Posted way too many. Feel me? So that's about that. But yeah, without further ado, how do you feel right now with like the moon being in Leo? Like, how do you feel about that?
Yeah, I'm cool. I'm cool with the moon in Leo. I think it's still technically in my 12th house right now. In because my ascendant starts at like 7 degrees, so still waiting for it to hit the first house. But yeah, the sun in Leo. I mean, the summer, best time of the year, best time to be outside. Um, Mars in Cancer, family vibes, home vibes. We'll get into it. We're about to get into some of these energies, some of the transits. But yeah, Sun and Leo, sunny out, taking my walks outside. I'm sure you are too, Zay.
Nah, for real.
How you feeling about the moon in Leo?
Shit, good, man. Shit, I low key, I was jamming earlier. I was listening to some drill music. I ain't gonna lie. I was literally like just jamming out, like literally like 10 minutes ago. And because I got the crib to myself, I was listening to some loud ass music, some Leo shit. Feel me? Just dancing around, getting all that
Get
energy
into your
out.
meditative space.
Yeah, man. Shit, trying to enjoy this energy while it's here, because got Leo in the first house alongside Mars in the first house, and so I have I got a lot of energy right now. I was up late last night just doing anything that had to deal with like gaining attention and what I'm saying, putting myself out there. So this energy has been really good for me when it comes to my passions and motivations, and obviously it's just good for just having fun. The Leo energy is making everything fun. I feel like there's just a lot of fun, lighthearted experiences that I'm having right now. Like, work hasn't been too bad. Going to the
Agreed.
beach soon, and yeah, gonna get some traveling on, and just a time to really just enjoy life. All the Leo energy.
Yeah, I'll add too, like first house being like the physical body and all too. Like I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good, taking care of the body. Moving more, eating good, and just you got to take care of the body so that Leo light shines.
Not facts. That's actually really true.
And getting that sun right. I talk about the sun, right? The sun is at home, right, in a domicile at Leo, and we got to think about the sunlight, right? The vitamin D and all that stuff. So, yeah, it's all in line.
Yeah, But yeah, I feel like the energy itself is definitely being expressed through, just like social media. I would say because a lot of people are. I'll just speak of my personal life. Really, like, yo, I'm trying to put myself out there, da da da, and Leo is the performer, so a lot of people are gonna be just putting their face, in the camera and trying to be known for something. Like everybody's trying to show their gifts and their talents, which is really good. There's no hiding. Everybody's kind of out front and center, just showing off what they're good at. So I think that's really good if you don't have Leo energy. Sometimes you can kind of just hide who you really are. Sometimes you can be scared to show who you really are if you don't have that much Leo energy. Like butterflies in your stomach when you get on stage, that type of thing. But I think this energy is beneficial for everybody, especially with the whole Saturn and Aries. Everybody's just getting lit off of being who they are, and I think the world really needs that right now. So
Yeah, I got a question that something you brought up, putting yourself out in the world and stuff. Um, I know for me as like a Leo rising, I wasn't always, fully 100% comfortable just getting up and talking, um, on a live stream or like putting anything out for the world to see. What when do you think you finally got like comfortable to actually, want to do outreach and put yourself out there? Like how you think it's anything based on the was it a certain transit or something? Was it is it something of recent? For me, I think it had to do a lot with like building that confidence, which is first, second house, right? Energy, but I think it was more just having the confidence, the inner confidence, feeling good that I actually was worthy enough to, start posting stuff online and all. But yeah, I want to hear your take on that.
I think um, I started feeling Leo energy when I was in high school. One of my close friends at the time, he's a Leo, and he kind of made me want to put myself out there. Uh, and honestly, like I would say, like yeah, like 16, 17, 18 is when I started putting myself like out online. But I've always kind of had the desire to have a platform or be known for something, even as a kid. Like I think everybody low key wanted to be a YouTuber or something when they were younger, at least if you were like Gen Z. And I
I used
remember
to be
like
watching YouTube.
yeah, yeah, literally. I used to make like really low quality Minecraft videos, like and like WWE
I used to play
videos.
Minecraft.
But no, I would say like transit wise, dude, I didn't really start studying astrology until like 2020. But honestly, I'd say I really started taking myself seriously and putting myself out there when the North Node was in Cancer, and that was like 2019. So I was having a North Node return. I think Jupiter was in Scorpio. Uh, I think the North Node was in Cancer, and there was just a lot of energy that was like pushing me to
Spiritual
pursue.
downloads.
Yeah, yeah, that's the best way. Without even knowing astrology at the time, there was a lot of water going on, and there was a lot of Capricorn energy as well. I think Pluto was still in Capricorn, and that Pluto and Capricorn low key towards the anoretic degrees that really made me want to put myself out there. The further it ingressed into Capricorn, the harder I went. Sometimes I went too hard. If you know me, you know me for what I used to be known for. Like I'm not really a stranger to social media and specifically this app. Like I have a main account that like I got millions of views on, and like after like 2022, they changed the algorithm. Like I started to kind of take social media in a different route, and it wasn't until recently this year that I started doing astrology. Literally, I started my astrology page back in April, and I'm very thankful that people are tuning in. Shout out to the Aquarius theory.
Shout out Aquarius theory.
Appreciate it. So yeah, nah, and the Aquarius theory, we gotta chop it up. We gotta get a three-way. I ain't gonna lie, we gotta get a three-way. I see you be doing readings, and
I love those readings, and the transit videos he does are crazy.
yeah, no, that shit is cool though, cause you know what I'm saying. I see that he's not doing it solely for money, and I think that's the starting point. It has to be like the love of the game, and we're kind of in a space right now where a lot of people are panhandling. That's one thing that I don't like about certain astrologers is like a lot of astrologers are panhandling, and they're only doing this shit for money and or a certain status, and that leads to a lot of misinformation and fear mongering, which I think is low key a big thing with Jupiter and Leo. I think people low key be making shit bigger than what it is. Even certain like people be talking about like the Lionsgate, and there's this one guy on here.
Just for clicks, right? Everything just for clicks nowadays. Like, I want to go on some channel and learn something.
Yeah, bro. There's this one guy on here. Like every time I see his content, he's got like an eye patch on. Dude looks like Jack Sparrow, but he's like
oh, Blind Zach. Yeah.
But every post be like, you miss this information, you're fucked. It's like every video.
I get it. I will say though, I follow him, and he's reached out to me, but he's got good stuff, because like you do kind of need that like that catch to get you in. If you get into what he's talking about though, he's got some real shit, especially the Chinese zodiac stuff. Appreciate that, Aquarius theory.
Yeah, nah, I mean he definitely do have
You gotta hop in here one of these days.
He does have some words of wisdom, but his whole shebang is fear mongering. I can't get behind that, bro. I can't get behind that. I can't get behind any fear mongering content for real. Like everything has its pros and cons. Like even when people were talking about you know what I'm saying, Pluto and Aquarius and Uranus and Gemini, the whole Civil War thing, like, bro, just because like, all right, don't get it fucked up. Like, just because we're going through the same alignments that we went through back in 1776 doesn't mean we're about to go to war. You know what I'm saying? That's fear mongering. And they push that on this app because, bro, that's, you know what I mean? Like, that's like just what they do, bro. And like a lot of the real stuff, a lot of the real insightful truth astrologers low key get shadow banned because they might highlight the positives and not the negatives. And a lot of the astrologers that go up, and this is just TikTok in general, like go up off of the negativity. So a lot of the astrologers that talk about the pros, yeah, bro.
And then you got a lot of accounts that are like posting real value, some real stuff, real content that's like digestible and is like maybe a little bit newer of a way of looking at stuff, and it's not getting pushed out to a lot of people just because we have the manifestation videos where like, oh, if you're a Leo or a Aries, you're entering a portal for the next 20 years, whatever. Like, you know what I mean? That's not going to that's not going to help your life. That's not going to, practically solve anything in your life.
Yeah. Nah, but he said, what brought y'all into
it? Yeah.
You want to go first?
Astrology, I was kind of just I was watching like a lot of Daylight videos. If you know that he's like a battle rapper. I was watching like a lot of Daylight stuff. He was talking about like different religions. Led me to get into like Dolo to Pilot Man channel. and he would talk about different religion, different philosophy, and he would always be talking about astrology and stuff. And I thought it was cool. I thought it was different, and I was starting to learn a lot of shit about my life, and yeah, it just would help me kind of build my own confidence. Just getting in, just being on the internet. I was an only child, grew up on YouTube and stuff, and yeah, I just gravitated to into astrology because I thought it was dope. How about you, Zay?
Yeah, so kind of similar, but a little bit different. Content got me into astrology, but specifically tarot got me into astrology. I think I was going through a very um, I had a bad relationship. I mean, that shit was fire while it lasted, but I had a very bad relationship. And then one day I listened to this tarot reader, and I was like, damn, this I'm actually resonating with what they're saying. And then I kind of just started going down the pipeline of looking into zodiac signs. And during that time, it was the pandemic. It was like February, January 2020. And I was going through a lot mentally. And, I started hearing about the whole Saturn Aquarius thing, started doing more research. And then one thing led to another. I started like really watching more content online when it came to horoscopes. So my starting point was I used to watch tarot readers because they made me feel like I was seen, and then I started listening to horoscopes from like Minnow Pond Tarot or some
Oh
shit.
yeah, I know who
Got
that is. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
bald head, microphone face, and from there it's just like I started watching Dolo, the Peace Dealer, um, and a couple of other astrologers that I can't remember off the top of my head right now. But yeah, my ex got me. My ex and how the relationship ended got me into astrology. But I've strayed so far away from tarot, and I'll watch horoscopes every now and then, but I really study more so like AstroSeek, the houses, the planets, and uh, rising signs. I really feel like I get most of my information from people's ascendants, uh, their uh, chart in relation to what the current transits are, and I compare how I feel every season to every year. Like I be going through the same cycles every fucking Scorpio season. I be going through the same cycles every time Mars is in monkey ass Cancer. And then I start thinking to myself like
Fuck Mars and
these
Cancer.
transits don't make you. They put you in the similar circumstances. It's up to you to really change it. So
Yo, thanks for everyone that's liking the live. Appreciate it. I also, I want to say that if you stumble into astrology, it's usually due to like you just get the shit into the stick in life. Like you're usually going through some shit. Usually, like you can't find like the answers. Like you just can't figure like shit out in actual real life. So you just run to right. Astrology's not like one of them. It now it's pretty like household name. Now it's pretty surface level, but like I don't know. I feel like back when 2020 it wasn't that big, but like it's one of them things where you got to reach out and do a little bit of investigative work, and that kind of like you go far out into occult studies and that stuff can solve problems that you're having in your life that nobody else can solve. And I think that's what a lot of intelligent people do. They resort to astrology. They see that, hey man, I'm going through a tough transit or whatever, chalk it up to the stars.
yeah, nah, that's definitely facts. And I think a lot of people are starting to subscribe to it a little bit more. I'd say when I first started, there was still a lot more people on the side of, oh, this is just like fake and phony. And I see people becoming more open-minded. I don't know if that's because of social media. I think it's low-key because of TikTok. I think TikTok has pushed
For real.
astrology
I agree.
like harder than like
But they
any other.
gotta teach this shit in school. Like, bro, how are you learning math but not learning like the zodiac? Yo, put this shit in all schools.
That shit is never gonna happen because this shit is actually fucking helpful. That shit's never gonna fucking happen.
No, I think I get that. I get that notion, but I feel like they still kind of want to help the country out eventually, right? I feel like they'll let people start using it and shit.
Bro, every fucking course that I ever took in college and high school, bro, I don't use. I use astrology every day.
Oh yeah.
Niggas is not like, you know what I mean, bro? Like, and with the exception of maybe like social media marketing, which is what I use every day. Like, bro, like political science, business, humanities, social studies, calc, like,
None
bro,
of that
like,
shit. Yeah, that shit doesn't even know. That shit doesn't even teach you how to like save money or like any practical like stuff in real life. They
yeah,
don't
bro.
teach you how to invest and shit.
And because we live in a mostly Christian society, you know they're not gonna go for that shit.
Yeah, well, because in the Christian Bible or whatever, they say like, oh yeah, it's like against the religion to use any occult. So astrology is a cult. So they think it's like evil because it's like beneath the surface, you know?
Yeah, man, trying to talk to any old person about astrology is like talking to a brick wall. I ain't gonna lie. I don't even. That's why I started doing astrology content because I was like, I wanna connect with people
Yeah.
who understand slash can relate to what I'm saying. And yeah, bro, like I don't know anybody in real life. This is a great segment. Um, I don't know anybody in real life who studies astrology or is even interested in astrology to a tenth of the degree that I'm interested into it. And that's why I started this page and that's why I'm talking to you. And bro, you only see this shit online. Word of bro, you only see this shit online. Like I don't
Exactly.
know.
And I will say, yo, when I got on the TikTok, like it's kind of relieving to see that there's actually a lot of people that are similar minded and actually like know this shit to a T. Like it's comfortable knowing that a lot of people know their charts, how to read it, how to read the aspects and stuff, and it's good, especially like sometimes I want to listen to like somebody talking about my rising sign or something. I want to hear another perspective. Everybody's got something to add, so I don't think I don't think you can oversaturate it too. We got a bunch of people that know what they're talking about, and everybody has a little piece to add at least to it. So
Yo, let
not
me
one
ask,
person
let
holds
me
like
let me ask you something, and this is also a question for the Aquarius theory. What do you think is the right form of astrology? Because you got traditional astrology, you got Vedic, you got modern, you got all different types of astrology. You got like probably got some African astrology, like you got all different types of astrology.
yeah.
What's the right or the proper? Because there are also people on here who swear to God that like you can only do astrology in a certain way, which is I don't think is right. I don't think
I
it's right.
think there's validity into all of them. I just think when you get into Vedic, you kind of get more like it's more like religious. It's more like Vedic is more like more like a religion than like the traditional the Western.
Isn't Vedic based on a location of where you're at in the
Well, no,
world?
Vedic is trying to say that like so like I guess so the whole debate on like the Vedic shit is like what the constellations like have shifted from where they originally were at. So they want to say that Aries is Pisces or whatever, right? but it's really where they got that energy from the constellation, but it doesn't mean it's the actual next constellation. I don't know if I'm putting that in the right terms, but I feel like they do have a good point with that. I just feel like it's interpreted wrong. I don't know.
Every time I see
Elaborate on it. Elaborate on the Vedic.
this is like no racial, but every time I see Vedic, it's some Chinese Indian motherfucker preaching it. Like I never see like people who look like me preaching Vedic astrology.
Yeah, I think you need to like know. I don't know Vedic. It's like I think there's people who know like the high level Vedic is like you have to go through like so much like learning, and it's like a religion. Like you can't just learn it on your own. I think.
Yeah, nah, like I don't. This is the thing. I don't think because this is also a very indoctrinated way of thinking. I don't think one way of uh, ideology is right. Maybe there's more truth to you subjectively in Vedic if you practice Vedic, but to downplay other forms as wrong, that's it's kind of ignorant. He said, I use a traditional foundation, but modern has some value too. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I think traditional astrology has a lot of truth to it, especially when it comes to the planets. A lot of traditional astrologers believe that outer planets don't really fucking matter. Like Pluto doesn't fucking matter. And I could understand that. But also I could understand how on a modern level, Pluto being discovered in like 19, whatever the fuck, you know, it's still a planet. It's still in our system. And even though it's small as shit, it has some type of like pull on our atmosphere, something. Like I do feel like there was a shift from Pluto in Capricorn to Pluto in Aquarius.
I agree.
The moment that motherfucker went into 0 degrees ingress, Pluto into Aquarius, boy, I got belt to ass, boy. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Pluto and Capricorn, like I was working my ass off, like religiously every day. So I don't know. I really, I think there's truth in following things to the book in terms of like, some things just can't be argued, but I think everything is perspective. And to say that one form of astrology is wrong, then that's like low key misinformation. I would give Vedic a chance. I would give Vedic a chance, but it doesn't strike me. I'm not gonna shit on Vedic though. That's the thing. It doesn't really like I've seen Vedic astrologers talk about, what you were saying, like the Aries into the Pisces, and I'm like, nah. But there's probably some truth. You know what I mean? Like, it's got to have some truth to it if, because it didn't just spawn from nowhere. So.
I agree.
Yeah, I gotta go blow my nose real quick, but bro is spitting now. We gotta do a 3-way or some shit. Pause. No video.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I'll check it. We gotta check out astrology for dickheads. Yeah, thanks for stopping by. If you're in here, just 2 Leo risings, chopping it up, talking about the energies and stuff, connecting online.
Oh my god, bro.
But yeah, we got Mars back in Cancer.
What are your placements? Not to interrupt you. What are your placements? What's your sun, moon, and rising? Aquarius theory. This is Aquarius sun, Aquarius moon, Aquarius rising. Face. Nah.
I love that. I love my Aquarius. I got that Venus Aquarius. I love my Aquarian energy.
Aquarius. my little brother's an Aquarius. He gets it. Aquarius is getting it. But yeah, bro.
Gemini, Aquarius, Aries. Okay. Fire.
Damn, this man got the synastry of. Golly, see, my synastry is terrible, bro. I can't even. That boy got nothing but
You got
straight.
you got that
This boy
sextile
got
sun
nothing
moon.
but straight sextiles, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
we
and
got
it's
that opposite.
all those energies, like they just work, bro. Oh my goodness, that's a good.
Yeah, but yeah, if you watch his lives, he's straight to the point.
For real, boy got straight sextiles, but yeah. No, I was gonna say like. I think astrology, the reason why it is a mainstream, this is what I wanted to say. This is a good segment. And I talked about this. The reason why astrology is not mainstream is because people don't want to hear traditional terms, facts. People don't want to know what a conjunction is. People don't want to know what a sextile is. People do want to hear what their birth chart is, but they don't want to hear the science and the terminology, the degree theory. They don't give a fuck about a square.
I don't think people know how deep it goes though, too, because your regular typical surface level person is gonna say, "Oh, well, why aren't we all the same? If we're all born in the same month, why aren't we all the same or whatever?" It's like, "Oh, just because you were born in December, like." So we're all the same. We're all Capricorns now, so we're all the same. And it's like it's a little bit more complex than that.
Right. Nah, exactly. Nah, and you can't, bruh. Like the way TikTok is, people have short attention spans, so it's a fucking blessing if you get like a minute long video where people are actually, listening. But the average person is going to hear the sign, maybe the planet. They might hear retrograde, and then their ears just shut down. It's just like, you know what I mean? Like, they're not going to go into deep, detailed research unless they actually care. And so, like, the reason why astrology isn't mainstream is because there's not enough people breaking it down for dummies. Like, bruh, I'm just going to be honest. My type of content is energy reading. I don't break down people's charts, and I'm not condescending about people reading charts. Like, that shit is tough. I wish I could read a chart. I think I'm going to learn how to do it eventually, but right now my type of content is energy reading, and all I literally do is I channel the energy, whatever the sign may be. I may throw in a Saturn, I may throw in a Mercury, I might talk about Venus, Mars, I might throw in a planet, but I just talk about the energy itself and how the person themselves may be feeling. It's just pathos. There's no ethos, there's no logos, it's just straight pathos. Like, people don't give a fuck about like the logos and the breakdown, which can be kind of hard if you're
I do.
I mean, like, no, but I'm saying the average individual with a pea brain is not going to look past their sun sign. A lot of people don't even know their moon sign, so why the fuck would they give a fuck about style? You know what I'm saying? That's my take on why astrology is a mainstream, because people have short attention spans and they're already high key skeptical about it. But when they scroll to a video where they hear somebody in 15 seconds capture how they're feeling with their sign on the caption, they're like, damn, that's me. Maybe I'm look into it. Then they might, you know what I'm saying? Then they might start scrolling through your page. Then they might start booking you for a reading. But they're not going to go off of the strength of your logic. They're going to go off of the strength of what they feel. A lot of people just like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But also a lot of people want to hear something that soothes their ears. But yeah, you said about reading a chart. If you could read your own chart, you could definitely read someone else's though.
That's true.
But
Nah, that's
yeah,
true.
like looking at, I mean, if you look at your own chart, obviously you know your energy is a little bit better. But yeah,
Yeah, it takes
Aquarius theory said he's ruled by Saturn.
the other
Got that play it safe energy.
the other thing is I'm a Virgo sun, Pisces moon, so I kind of just absorb people's fucking energy regardless. So like whoever I fucking talk to, I already told you this, Taz, but like whoever I talk to, if I know their sun sign and or any other placements, and I factor in the actual transits that are happening in real time, I can pinpoint what the fuck is like going on for them, and I feel like that is a skill set that only a few astrologers can do. I don't think it's it's hard to read a chart, but it's even harder to relate that chart to the person in a way where they feel seen. Like you could actually actively, descriptively explain what they got going on, what they will experience during their Saturn return, what they may experience during Mars and Cancer. But can you actually pierce their heart and make them feel like, damn, this nigga understands me? That's not like not everybody can do that. That's the type of content I be on. And then the other side of things is like, man, sometimes I just be trolling. I ain't gonna lie, I just be saying shit. But
I'd be rage baiting.
yeah,
If you follow me, you know I'm rage baiting all my videos.
yeah,
That's why I'm
yeah,
also you gotta see that I'm a loving person.
yeah. Nah, and there has to be more astrologers that can provoke emotion without pulling into just fear. Like I feel like the emotional astrologers that do motherfucking, what I'm saying, use pathos, they use it for negative shit, bro. They use it for like, oh, you're fucked.
Fear mongering.
Like you're just cooked.
Yeah,
Like
you're cooked.
everybody like hide. Like
Up, Mercury retrograde. There goes your life.
yeah, literally, bro. I can't do that. But there's a lot of good things about traditional astrology that I personally want to learn, especially when it comes to reading people's charts. But I want to be able to infuse modern astrology and the new age spirituality of energy reading, because especially when you have people who are young and look like you and come from a similar background as you, reading you to a T, it actually makes you think like, damn, like maybe there is some truth to this. It's different when it's only one group of people or a certain type of individual doing astrology content. So I feel like maybe in like the next 5, 10 years, maybe astrology will be mainstream, but it's going to be very fluid, and the people that are going to become the face of it, in my opinion, are going to be the people who can make people feel something. Because a lot of people have no fucking feelings and they don't know what the fuck is going on in their day to day. So if they scroll through and they see just the average chart reading, they're going to keep scrolling. But if they hear their scenario down to a T, like I literally blew up. I got my first like 500 followers off of talking about Leo risings and Scorpio in the fourth house. And I stopped because bro, I ain't gonna lie, bro, everything is energy, bro. Leo risings have been through a lot. We already know that because they had the Saturn in Aquarius, and that was rough. Even Saturn in Pisces, that was kind of rough. But like really, like Leo risings, when it comes to how they uh, express themselves, bro, they be holding a lot of shit in. So I low key stopped doing Leo rising content because the amount of trauma.
Trauma
And I
bond.
swear, this is like no cap, bro. The amount of trauma and just people like talking about death and despair in my comments is too much, bro. It's too much. I started pivoting. I
We
started
got to
pivoting
keep
to
it a little bit lighter here, right? We like to keep it light.
yeah. No, I started talking more about like Capricorn risings, recently Libra, and a little bit of Gemini and Aries. But yeah, the Leo rising, that shit was ain't nothing wrong with like trauma, but you know what I'm saying? Like, man, I was low key getting lit off of that shit. I had to stop. But that's besides the point. What I'm trying to say is like people just want to feel seen, want to feel heard. A lot of people have told me personally, like, you know, there's like thousands of astrologers on the app, but um, like you're the only person who like really read my situation to a T and made me feel validated. And I want to keep making content that makes people feel seen, even if they don't necessarily understand what the fuck a Jupiter is. You know what I mean? Like, even if they don't understand what the fuck Jupiter does, I want to let them know this is where, you know, your life may expand in this way. You know, like, that's
Thank
all
you,
that matters.
Gaia Mom. Appreciate it. Appreciate you watching.
He said, we have a duty to teach, but it's important for us to continue to
Exactly.
study.
I still got a lot to learn. I still got a lot to learn. I like to connect. I think it's good to, I think it's good to build the community too. We all got stuff to teach each other. But yeah, there is so much for me to learn, and I'm just getting into it. But raising awareness is a big thing too, and also just speaking your mind up too. And Zay would have never reached out to me if I wasn't just saying my own thoughts on this stuff. And that's why it's good to have the internet now.
Yeah, and you know, honestly, I think I think there's power in numbers. Yeah, I know we got this podcast shit going on, but I think there's power in numbers. And, you know, slowly but surely, I think there is a possibility that we could actually have a community. Now, this is, you got to be careful with these kinds of things, but I think if you vet and really check people's vibes and you really get to know people outside of the astrology shit, then you can figure out whether or not you can build something. I've been in collectives, and this is one thing as a Leo rising that I'll admit, bro. I've been in like hella communities. I've been around mad friends who
Mhm.
I just wasn't on the same type of timing as they were. And not to say that we aren't cool, but it's like I was on some shit where, you know, I wanted to build a platform and, you know, I wanted people to do that with. And, you know, not everybody has the motivation and the same passions as you. And that was low key Saturn and Aquarius, and even Saturn and Pisces for me was dealing with communities that low key fucked with me for different reasons that had nothing to do with me.
I feel that.
Now, so
Because I got
now
a
it's
lot of
like,
different, I got a lot of different groups, networks that I could hop into and relate, but it's just different kind of interests, and they don't want to be doing social media and advancing and adapting with the future and stuff. And I'm just doing what's required. Like this is just part of like the future, Everybody's got to get online. And plus, it's the energies too, but. Yeah, it's just part of the future, and we're we're taking the right steps.
yeah, nah, for sure. But I definitely see the value in having people who are interested in astrology, who are also in my same fucking like generation and have similar experiences, not the same, but like similar experiences, like, you know, the Aquarius theory. Like, you know, I don't know how old you are. You know, feel free to drop your fucking, you know what I'm saying? That's personal information. But I'm 25. I'm about to be
We're
26 in
Gen
September.
Z.
And you know what I'm saying? Like it's rare to meet people who are your age in real life, who look like you, who are passionately motivated into astrology. And I guess I'm just speaking personally. That's just my personal experience. Like I have not in the last like 6 years, up until like recently, ran into anybody who I could speak to about astrology with. You know, I might talk about it with my girl. I might talk about it with people I meet, strangers, but to have like an actual community, fucking, you know what I'm saying? That shit,
For
That
real.
boy said,
I always just get gaslit into like all my friends know I'm into this shit and they just make fun of me for it. They're like, "Oh, it's the astrology guy or whatever."
that boy said, I'm a
Millennial.
millennial.
Okay. Yeah, yeah.
What is that? That's like Pluto Scorpio? See, that's what I'm saying. We were just talking about this the other day. All like, there's so many millennials who like low key are astrologers and have platforms, but there's like, bro, there's like no fucking. I'm not gonna say there's no Gen Z people. Basically, what I'm trying to say is I don't really give a fuck about the age shit. The point I'm trying to make is finding people who are trying to build a platform based on astrology and are able to communicate the beliefs that they have in a way that's authentic. Those are the type of people that I'm trying to be clicked up with in this time frame with all this Leo energy opposing Aquarius and Saturn and Aries. Like I'm starting to realize like I need to be around people who have the drive to make a name for themselves like I do. That's the biggest thing. A lot of niggas, like people will say, like one thing that I realized about Saturn and Pisces, bro, people will be in the crib just thinking about shit all day, no action. Bless you. God damn.
Did you hear
Bless
that?
you.
I tried to mute it.
Nah, I didn't hear that, but he said. Yeah, like there's like there's not many. Oh, that's the other thing. There's not many like dudes. There's not many dudes like really like feel me like. There's not many dudes like
Yeah.
the age. That's just like a demographic and gender too. But the energy of
Yo, Mike.
dudes lit off of that shit. Like that shit doesn't. Is that shit is rare. Like people actively pushing out content on astrology, especially dudes on this app, bro. That shit is rare, bro. Like that shit.
Thanks, Mikey. Yeah,
My
no,
boy getting
it's all. I mean, all the astrology content I'm getting is 90% women watching my videos, and well, there's no issue with that. I guess my moon is Cancer, so I relate to like the feminine and shit. I've been around. I've been raised by like my mom and my aunt my whole life, so I can relate to the feminine energy, but I think we're supposed to master both the feminine and the masculine. So right, we got the logical, like the actual like geometry of astrology and like the physical like logic of it, and then we got like the mysticism of it. So it goes hand in hand. We got to get more men in the industry.
Nah, I think they're oh, and another thing that I wanted to say, because it's not mainstream and it's not oversaturated right now, like y'all know how like the streaming industry is like getting taken over by Hollywood. Astrology has not had that happen yet. So there's a real chance that people like us can actually manifest a platform that's as big as an iShow Speed, a Kai Sanat,
Yeah.
off the strength of astrology. Like that actually exists currently in real time. There's no examples. There's no fucking examples. There might be some people who got like millions of followers, but there's no real examples of like somebody who got so lit to the point where they're a household name.
Yeah.
Like there's no maybe I'm
Also,
tripping.
and
I
also
don't
like
know.
when you hear about like, cause like you say like, oh, who'd you learn astrology from? Like there's no like one person. Like you know what I mean? There's no like one guru for it. That's like ahead of the rest. I know KRS is pretty big in like Vedic, but yeah, there's no like there's like no speed. There's no like KSI or whatever of that.
Yeah, and like even from like a financial standpoint, astrologers have been following like a certain format when it comes to gaining money for years. And with TikTok, there's like new innovative ways of getting bread off of this shit. Like it's not oversaturated yet. Like with AI, you got, you know, you have people who can kind of get lit off of that, but not to no mainstream level where they are like the face of an astrological belief, or you know, a zodiac sign, you know, like the face of Aquarius or some shit. Like there's not, that shit doesn't exist yet, but it's going to happen because it's not oversaturated yet. There's not like, I don't think, I could be wrong, but I don't think there's an astrology industry plan. At least not to my knowledge.
Not that I know of.
Like I don't see any astrologers get like pushed like heavily by like mass media. Like there's so much opportunity right now to really not just grow your platform, but really like solidify yourself as like the face of this shit in some way, shape, or form. And everybody can get a piece of the pie right now. It doesn't have to be solely because you believe in one form of astrology or the other. It could just be literally who you are and like how you operate, like when it comes to the astrology shit. So right now, you know what I'm saying? That's what I feel like this podcast shit is for me. I feel like this is like baby steps. I feel like, you know what I'm saying? This is like some innovative shit because, you know, you could take these thought forms and apply them to more than just astrology. Like even our last live stream, like we talked about AI in the music industry. We talked about Phoenix flexing. Like we actually talked about stuff that's going on, current events.
We see the energies play out in actual reality, right?
Yeah. So yeah, man, this shit is like, I feel like there's a big shift going on, especially when it comes to astrology content. I think we're low key feeling that shit right now.
Yeah, I think with the air stuff too, with like the Uranus, Gemini, with the Aquarius energies, or like the north node, and the Pluto. I think that gets people on social media too, and right, Uranus, like new we got new forms, especially us, right? Uranus in our 11th house, new ways to connect. So yeah, it's a lot of new energies. I think it's like we got all out of all those Pisces energies. We're entering like a new era, and yeah, we're just trying to figure it out. This is the beginning steps of it.
He said, "What's y'all big three?" For me, Virgo Sun, Pisces Moon, Leo Rising.
Yeah, I'm Leo Rising as well, and I'm an Aries Sun and a Cancer Moon.
That's how we clicked up, because we low key realized like we make similar content and have similar energies, and we actually started talking just outside of the astrology shit. And, like we realized we have like a lot of similarities. He's a little bit older than me, but that's okay. He's not that old though.
Yeah, I'm Saturn in Aries.
Yeah, I'm Saturn in Gemini. I'm 2000. So, yeah. But yeah, bro, shit's crazy, bro. I really think we're in a time period right now where, you know, we're like, it's like I be looking at shit like a strategy game, and like that's some Virgo shit. Like I really be looking at shit as like a strategy game, and it's just like you just keep playing the fucking game. And you know, I've reinvented myself so many times, but my biggest thing right now is the podcast with you, continuing to make content that people can relate to, and then pushing out this Virgo song, which I'm gonna drop next season.
You know I'll be promoting that. So you wanna fuck with a Virgo? You wanna fuck with a Virgo? Hey.
I gotta lock in with that. Low key gotta.
I'm gonna need that for my my Virgo North Node. We finally got the fucking South Node is out of Virgo, so maybe I can get on my my spiritual life path finally.
You said you got Virgo South Node?
North Node, North Node.
Yeah, North
So
Node.
I gotta develop like more Virgo traits,
Yeah, I gotta.
like practicality and like the details and shit. But I'm an engineer. I got my degree in engineering, so I know how to do math.
I get that. Yeah. Uh, yeah, man. This is just a time, really. I feel like is good to put yourself out there, but good to find the people that are on the same wavelength as you. I will say, still not a fan of Mars and Cancer, but even that, you can initiate. I feel like the Cancer energy is like initiating new ways of feeling about your image. Uh, Mars in the 12th house, a new way of initiating your dreams and imagination. So,
I
I
like
feel like,
that.
yeah, it's in the past, Mars and Cancer has been fucking awful for me.
Psychological warfare with
Yeah,
yourself,
yeah.
bullying yourself, basically.
Mars and Cancer, Saturn and Pisces transits were like
Yeah.
just dark.
But I will say I was thinking about that shit earlier. I was taking a walk earlier, thinking about the Mars and Cancer, and I was like, you know what? The Mars and Cancer, it is kind of like the comfortability right now is pretty. I don't know. I feel pretty comfortable. I'm ready to shake it up. I'm ready to have that kick in the ass. I'm ready for that comfort, right? That Cancer, right? The familiarity. I'm ready for like some shake up, some Mars. You know, I'm Aries, so I like fights and shit. So, but yeah, I'm ready for that like kick in the ass. I feel like shit is a little bit too comfy right now and familiar. I'm ready for shit to like get, you know, I'm ready to receive some hate and shit. You know.
That's an
But I'm
interesting.
not ready like 12th house Cancer, right? I'm not ready for 12th house is like about like sleep and shit too. So hopefully like I could remain on a good sleep schedule. My sleep's been good, but Mars in the 12th house, that's going to be it's going to be hard to fall asleep. It's going to be hard to get on a good sleeping schedule.
I stayed up so
Damn, yeah, sorry for mentioning that to you.
good. Nah, that shit just made me think like, damn, that's insane. Um, yeah, nah, and definitely, I want to get, how do I say? I want to get more professional with this shit right now. We're just, you know what I'm saying? We're
Oh
shooting
yeah,
this
we're
shit.
just starting up. This is only our second one, you know? I want
Nah,
to get more formal too.
yeah, see, last night I went overboard. I was trying to do some Virgo shit. I was going overboard.
Hey, I like it.
That's why I got,
You gave me less work to do.
fuck you. It's like, no. But like dead ass, bro. I did way too much last night. I spent hours.
You got obsessive.
I got. But it's okay because it'll be worth it in the end. But
All right, you'll find the balance. You'll figure out the balance, right?
so yeah. But to the Aquarius theory, definitely got to tap in. Uh, I've been seeing, like I said, I've been seeing your content on my For You page. I definitely got to tap into one of your live streams, but definitely been seeing the content. I do like how you format your page. It's very, um,
So well
it's
put together.
very straightforward to the point, and honestly, it's very easy to understand. Like you do break it down in a very, um, how do I say, palpable way. Like it's easy to digest, and it's not like you dragging it out or beating around the bush. It's very to the point. So
Yeah, I learn a lot of shit on the Aquarius Theory channel too. He'd be talking about a lot of shit that I'm unaware of too.
yeah, no, I do like the format. Definitely got to chop it up. it's very interesting. Like once again, we're in a space right now where I think trying to find people who are on the same wavelength, and also like just initiate new ways of doing shit. So I'm always brainstorming on uh, ways to reinvent myself and also put myself out there. So with that being said, the podcast, that's another lane, and I'm trying to figure out new forms of astrology content. That's where my mind has been at recently because you know what I'm saying. Yeah, this guy right here is bugging. I
Yeah,
hate
he's
I hate when
reporting.
people are on live and just start chatting, bro.
Hey, that's just shit you got to deal with, though. The trolls and all that shit. It's just gonna come with it. Yeah, it's ass.
Like that don't even make sense. Like how do we like how did you even get this live, right? Some
Right.
CIA psyop face.
How do you even get to be in here and come up with that in your brain?
That's
Like
what I'm saying.
like is that like somebody that like TikTok sent, or like are you just that like bored with your own time?
Yeah, I low key believe in
It just shows.
I low key believe in the dead internet theory now because like there's like way too many comments that I see on Instagram, Twitter, this app especially, that it's like these can't be real accounts, and especially
Yeah.
because like people be
Yeah, they're
trying
like
to.
so autumn. They're like the bot comments. It's like these aren't real comments. Like this is just like a bot. But it's like tons of that. It's like internet's flooded with all these bot pages, and they comment on like everyone else's page. Like I don't know why. I don't know why that is, but
Yeah, no, low key these dead accounts that people just abandon. I think like just AI just takes them and just starts trolling motherfuckers.
yeah.
New evolution for AI. Yeah, yeah. I'm trying to come up with more original content um, for astrology and better ways of expressing it to the masses because I want to make it uh, also easy to digest, but also original. I don't want to. The type of content that I do right now is cool because it works, but I want to do more collabs, and I want to do maybe I don't know some type of like entertainment,
Yeah.
some type of entertainment. I'm figuring that out right now, but I want to throw in some entertainment. It's Leo season, you know what I'm saying? You gotta throw in some entertainment. So, but yeah, that's about it. Just really all this energy. The Leo energy has really made me hyper focus on how I want to be perceived, less about how I want other people to perceive me, but how I want to put myself out there and how I want my platform to look and come off as. You know, I want people to learn something, feel seen, and maybe laugh um, without being too, what I'm saying, fear mongery or LARPing on certain signs. Which at the beginning of when I started doing astrology, I was like LARPing on certain signs. I stopped doing that shit because that shit's kind of corny. Some people make, and this is like no disrespect. No, it is disrespect. Some people make like their whole page dedicated to. I see a lot of Virgos do this. Virgos, y'all got to stop doing this shit. This is coming from a Virgo. Stop making your whole fucking page about being a Virgo. I like that shit is like it's cool.
That sounds like some Aries shit. I'm like always talking about how I'm an Aries. I'm always like selfish like that.
There's so many Virgos that I've seen that post Virgo quotes, and it's cool, but a lot of that shit is just like
Yo, as a Virgo, I got a question. Do you write? Do you be like writing? I seen this in the Michael Jackson movie too, and he was a Virgo. Do you be writing? And my cousin does this. He's a Virgo. Do you like write like notes to yourself that's like kind of like schizophrenic? That's like that kind of like motivates you and shit? Like, do you be like writing? Do you be like drawing like notes all around that are like kind of like semi motivational, but like kind of like schizophrenic, but like like phrases and do you ever do that? That's like some Virgo shit.
Um,
Like you could do it, like you're better or whatever. Like I don't know. Michael Jackson movie had that shit, and he was a Virgo. I know.
yeah, nah, yeah, nah, I seen that. When I get really mad, I need an outlet to express myself, and if I'm not doing music, then I'm expressing it through here via astrology, or I'm writing it down. But I ain't gonna lie, bro. I be talking to myself. That's where my fucking crazy shit comes in. I be talking to myself. I think Saturn and Gemini. I also have Jupiter and Gemini. I be talking to myself a lot, like more than like I think the average person. I be not on some like two personalities, like oh my god, how was your day today? But I go through things and I reflect on them out loud, sometimes in front of people, to myself. And when I'm alone, I be talking to myself. But that's why I think I also started doing content because I was like, all right, I could just record myself talking to myself. Right. So schizophrenia.
Nah, I'm kidding with that.
That's funny.
I'm
I don't know.
kidding.
I've had people make fun of me for schizophrenic posting because Pisces moon sometimes like I just be saying shit. Like I said, I be trolling sometimes. So like yeah. But
Yeah,
yeah, I keep
it's
I
all
keep a journal.
satire. It's all satire.
Yeah, so it's just content. It's just content. That's funny as shit.
But all good jokes contain true shit.
Yeah, yeah. I'm kind of like in this state of being right now where I try to act on my ideas as soon as I get them. I used to be the type to like write them down, and I still do. But uh, whenever I have an idea, especially when it comes to content, I try and act on it immediately. That's why I'm so glad we made this podcast work because it was an idea I had. I was like, all right, now I just have to reach out. So uh, I'm trying not to overthink because Leo is not really, Leo is more of an expressive
An
dude.
expression.
Yeah, so I'm trying not to be a Virgo right now and just do shit. And maybe I'm actually overdoing shit, but I think that's good to a certain degree.
If you got the
Um,
energy, man, nothing wrong with it. It's not a waste.
yeah, not that ass. And low key, Mars and Cancer. One thing that I'm low key trying to chill out on, bro, on some real shit. Pisces Moon. Like I'm trying to chill out on like substances, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Like I low key thought about this today, but like I had so much energy because I chilled out on smoking, and I had a very strong urge last night and today to like have a beer, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Like, I had a very strong desire to like drink a beer, but I'm like, I
There's
have
nothing
so
wrong with that, man. We're supposed to enjoy the summer.
there is nothing wrong. Okay, let me put it like this: like, so Virgo is routine, and Pisces can be habits, not the good ones. So sometimes I make the not so good habits my routine. And I have a very hard time like when I'm in my groove and I'm sober, uh, I get a lot more shit done. And making, new routines for myself like grounding and stretching and walking and talking to, like you, um, or anybody else, like those are my forms of escapism. Like this, to a certain degree, is my uh, Pisces escapism to a certain degree. But this is also what I want to do. This is my routine.
I will also say, like, We haven't, because I feel the same way about like the routine and like the pattern and like keeping shit on structure and all. Like Pluto Capricorn, like I was like, I was like my routine, like I was getting a lot of shit done throughout the day. But I feel like with the like we don't have like we're lacking like some earth and shit. We got right Chiron and Taurus. Got a lot of fire energies. Um, Fire's hard to ground, and there's not much Virgo energy until we get into like Virgo season. So yeah, it's hard to get. It's not like we don't need to be like on Virgo time right now. We're in Leo. We're supposed to be having fun out in the sun, on the beach, chilling, relaxing. Right? We just had Cancer season, but I feel like that could be just part of the energies, right? I feel like Virgo is like everyone in the summer takes off like their jobs and shit. Virgo season is when everyone goes back to school, back to work, right? That's when everyone starts locking in. But yeah, I think we just hold ourselves like Virgos hold themselves to like super high standard. So if they're not like, if they're not like busy like super if everything's like not super like 100% efficient, then they're like kicking themselves, but yeah, you got to remember time of the year, right? We're in summer. Just have fun, right? We're in Leo. We're putting on a show, right? We're performing and all. But yeah, I feel the same way. Like it's hard. It's even like every like month I'd be trying to stop smoking, and then the universe always puts it right back in my face. Like you don't need to fucking stop. That's like I don't know. That's my experience. Every time I try to go on a tea break, like somebody hands me a blunt or some shit. Or like I'll be in an area with like no tree at all and like somebody just hand me some shit and it's like, hey man, I'll take it. Fuck it.
I'm just saying though, bro, like, or something, bro. Like, it just be like, hey, you want this for free? And it's like, I'm not gonna say no. God, I was on like a 3 week tea break, and then I went to my man's
Damn.
crib.
How
We
you
were
going
making
for
music.
weeks?
These
3 weeks, man. I would be like dying.
yeah, bro, these dudes were siphoning just back to back, like on the patio, on the balcony. I mean, they were just fucking rolling up every hour. I was like, God damn. I was fighting the urge. I was like, nah, I'm
Like
flipped
I gotta
over.
get my Pisces eighth house North Node. I gotta get it my my good habits. Gotta eliminate bad habits.
Nah,
Saturn and Pisces though, I got rid of all the bad habits though, right? Dude, I was like superhuman at that time. I didn't have any bad habits when Saturn was in Pisces. I was doing pretty good with that.
yeah,
I feel like Saturn and Pisces, it was hard to have like any like enjoyment out of anything.
bro, just like being a Pisces moon in general, bro, it's hard to enjoy life. That's what I'm saying. Like, as long as I have something I feel like isn't real, but it's still something I enjoy doing and I can make a routine out of, then it's cool, which is why I fucking love this shit. I could do to a point where I become addicted to it and become chronically online. Like, I love this TikTok shit. Like, shit changed my fucking life. Like, several times it's changed my life. Like, I don't even know.
You got the
This is
vacation drip.
a vacation.
You're on vacation time, you're on island time.
Yeah. Shout out my boy Stevani. Um, yo, I got. Did you drop the fucking album? Did you drop the album? Nah, that shit comes out. Did you already drop the album? I don't be on my main page, so I don't see the notifications. Did you drop the album? Because if you drop that album, bro, I gotta listen to that shit. Oh yeah, hell yeah, I got to speak of that. I know what I'm about to do next. But yeah, bro, for me, my escapism really is social media and music. And when I'm not doing these things, I guess you could say just going outside for a walk because I am a Virgo at the end
Dude,
of
I
the day.
walk all the time. Like
Yeah, bro,
15K
I gotta
steps minimum every day.
yeah, nah, like I gotta stay grounded in some way. But
Yeah, that's the only. I'm telling you, with all my fire energy, like Aries stellium ninth house, I gotta like ground my shit and like just taking walks. Like I never walked. Like I used to always run, play sports, but like walking, feet in the earth, like that's the shit that's really been helping ground me. And it's like stupid, like little simple shit, but you gotta be connected with earth.
no, definitely, Yeah, honestly, like, I don't know, bro. Like, I can't really. Sometimes, like, I beat myself up and I get very self critical about my Pisces shit because I go on these fender benders where I just get lost in the sauce. I beat myself up because I'm like, bro, I could be using this energy for other shit.
Yeah,
And
yeah, I know. I'd be like that too.
like, I just have to be fucking like intentional with the shit. Like, if I'm going to, drink or smoke, shit got to be for a purpose, bro. That's what God has shown me, bro. I can't just be out here smoking the smoke
Yeah,
or
you don't want
drinking.
to just waste time, right? Just to waste time, and you don't want to be out of it to where you can't like be like on your shit when you need to be or alert or whatever.
Yeah, like, I haven't been around the right people, places, and things because of like the just mutable sign energy of just like, oh fucking, I'm just gonna absorb everything. Like, I had to like chill the fuck out. That's why this Leo energy for me is actually grounding because it's like now I can focus on the astrology page and meeting new people like you, like the Aquarius theory, who I can like potentially build with and network with. That's what's low key keeping me grounded right now. Nothing else. Nothing else. Like the maybe in the Saturn and Pisces era, maybe low key the drugs are keeping me grounded. As bad as that sounds, maybe, but nah, bro. This shit. It's the people who I can build with and grow with and successfully, you know, blow up with. That keeps me grounded. It keeps me tethered to like reality, but a reality that I created, one that came from like my soul, my mind. So I can't be just out here chiefing like that as much as I want to, bro. I be fighting like I'm
Yeah.
going way too. I'm going way too deep. I'm
That's why
going
I'm
way
trying
too.
to get back on my 9 to 5 shit just because I just need to get something to get me on a routine. Like I need something to be like working on nonstop during the day. I mean, I'm glad that I got this, but like, holy shit, it's too much of like up in the air and Saturn and Aries. I got to be patient. Yeah, it's fucking, it's it's like that.
Yeah, nah. I mean, like honestly, if it wasn't for honestly like talking to you and or doing astrology, like right now, bro, I don't know what the fuck. I mean, I probably still be doing content, but like this feels a little bit more co-creating with the universe because it's like I'm stepping into new
It feels like I'm
zone.
using my energy correctly.
Yeah, yeah, bro. The
At least
Aquarius.
starting it, at least to the start of it is good, you know? Just gotta, you gotta do this shit, like, you gotta be doing this shit consistently.
Exactly, exactly. But the shit you were talking about, like the 9 to 5 shit, like, bro, I'm working like part time at this restaurant. I can't even fake the funk. I was in that bitch the other day. Every time I walk in there, niggas be like, "What's wrong?" One thing about Leos is like we can't fucking hide our facial expressions, and even like Virgos do this shit too, where it's like you can just tell. It's like an aura. It's just like a bro. I can't even hide it. Like literally, I cannot hide how I feel, and like I like motherfucking one of my managers was like, he's like, "Yeah, you good, bro?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm good." He's like, "Oh, you don't look good." And I'm like, why the fuck do you think?
Like, dude, I'm
Like,
here. I'm here right
I'm
now.
busting,
Fuck no.
I'm
I don't
busting
want to be here.
tables, dog. I'm busting tables. Like,
Yeah.
what I'm saying? I'm
I
busting.
used to be a busser. I used to be a food busser. Yeah. That shit was fun.
Nah, fuck that shit. I gotta go back to
I
food
I
running.
was like that. I was so bad at like food running though, because I would never remember the table numbers. But I was so good at bussing because I would just be like, I'd be like in and out, clean the shit up, like bang, 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 like food
Yeah,
running.
nah,
Food running. I would not remember.
bro.
Like shit.
Honestly,
What table?
I was doing food running first, and then I asked them to be busser. Worst mistake, because they ask us to do like the most, like the bussers at our restaurant, bro. We gotta do like the most. Like somebody threw up in the bathroom, had to clean that shit up.
Oh
We got
damn,
we
damn.
got gotta restock everything. We gotta do all the physical labor. Like I was thinking, like, oh yeah, I don't gotta deal with people. Fuck no, boy. When I go in tomorrow, I'm about to be a server, and I'm gonna see how that goes. But yeah, that busing shit is for the birds. Word, bro. Fuck that shit.
Busing
And
nine.
all the people who are doing busing, like, man, I can't even say that because, you know what I'm saying? I don't know who's watching my live, but, you know what I'm saying? I'm not supposed to be a busser. I don't look like a busser. I'm a kid. Even the people I work with were like, bro, you don't look like a busser and you speak English. Like, be a server.
Too skilled for that.
Bro, half of the people in my restaurant don't speak fucking English, but that's like every restaurant, especially on the East Coast, bro. Nobody in my restaurant speaks English.
I miss the restaurant industry. Not really, but it was fun when I did that shit.
It's it, so I can get free meals.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that's right outside of that. And then I was doing like Uber Eats and DoorDash, like delivery for like a hot minute. Made like a lot of money off of it, but that was like tourist season, and I was really in survival mode, bro. I ain't gonna lie, tourist season was rough for me, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Tourist season was very rough. Can't even lie.
I'm trying to think back to what I even did in tourist season.
Tourist season and a little bit of Gemini was very rough, but I think that's because I have Saturn in Gemini. It's very rough, very fucking rough. I don't know what alignments were in the sky, but that shit was rough.
Yeah, I feel like tourist season this year wasn't as good as it's been before.
Yeah,
I usually like it. It's usually chilling.
yeah, this is the thing. Uh, I think every fixed sign has a certain outlook on life, and the way Tauruses go about their life and Leos go about their life is just very different, bro. Like a Taurus could give two fucks about building a platform.
Oh, they don't care about all about attention.
They don't give a fuck. Like it would be nice if it fell into their lap, but they don't 9 times out of 10 unless they have like some type of, Leo, maybe Libra. They don't give a
They're just trying to make a quick buck.
yeah, or a slow buck.
Yeah.
They don't give a fuck. Like as long as it's a buck, bro. And like I don't have that.
Or a slow buck.
I lack Taurus energy, so God really sat my ass down, and I had to really I had to lock in, bro. I had to really lock in. Bro.
Yeah,
Like,
dude, because the 10th house Taurus, like I got empty 10th house pretty much. Unless maybe like Ceres or something I have in Taurus. But that Uranus, like the Uranus transit was kind of good though. It got like it helped us with your career and shit, even though it takes you through all these trials and tribulations and all these changes and job changes, career changes, different paths and all. Yeah, I think that it's good. I mean, if you have like an empty house and shit, the transit planets always make shit happen.
Taurus is my father is a Taurus and my mother is an Aries. Those are the two energies that I lack the most in this life. And honestly, like fucking yeah, bro, stability, security. Yeah, I'll just keep it buck. Like financially speaking, like I'm not in like the greatest of positions, and I can admit that. But I don't let that shit stop me from doing what the fuck I'm supposed to do, which is like make a name for myself. And I know that being a Leo, like I'm gonna get the bread off of my gifts and my talents and my image and my likeliness. But Tauruses don't really. I'm not gonna say they don't understand that. They do understand the potential, but they need. It's an Earth sign. They need results. Like they need to be able to see the consistency of a steady house, a steady job. Like that's just
Yeah,
just
we're more into like that building like a personal brand or like a personal like image and stuff like that. Taurus is just like I'll just do whatever works. I'm just gonna do what works, and it's like sometimes putting yourself out on a platform isn't like, it's like a risk, you know? It's like, you got to have like faith, you got to have like some kind of imagination. And it's not like there's nothing in practical reality that's going to say, oh, this will make you like whatever. As long as you just do this, and that. No, it's like, you know, you gotta throw everything at the wall and see what sticks, right?
Yeah.
At least in our way of doing it.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely value in the way they see reality, because at the end of the day, it's consistency and it's building a foundation. You need Taurus energy for anything. But yeah, Taurus in the 10th house is staying consistent when it comes to your career. And, you know, the opposite, fucking, what is it? Taurus, 4th house, Scorpio, I could make like 20 years of content worth about the 4th house to the 10th house opposition for Leo rising. I mean, I could talk about that shit forever. Shit's not Scorpio in the 4th house, bro. Shit's not easy, bro. Shit is not easy, word, bro. Shit is not like nothing is promised. I literally have not had a home in like, I don't even know, like damn near more than a decade. I don't even know, bro. Like my sense of home is like it's always transforming, whether because of my decisions or the decisions of my family. 4th house. It's always some Pluto shit. It's always a tower.
It can be chaotic.
It's always some shit. It's always some shit. For sure. And every time I deal with any Scorpio transit, my home fucking situation, like the whole shit just, bro, this shit happened like last year. So I'm really going into a fucking like Leo rising 4th house rant. But every time there's a fucking Scorpio transit, something that has to deal with home or family gets brought up without a doubt. So knowing this, like moving forward, I have to combat the energy by staying faithful and true to my career and my image and how I want to be perceived, because I know that will bring the Taurus stability and security. Yeah, so.
Versus that Scorpio, that uncomfortability, that, you know, it's a little scary, that 4th house Scorpio.
Yeah. Man, every time I see it, man, I'm just like, oh my God. Dude. Every time November comes around, I'm like, I don't even want to be around people, bro. Like, it's like a whole energy shift. It's gotten better over the last couple of years, but even the way I view the 4th house in general in my relationships with the people that are in my family, like, bruh, I don't be around them people, bro. Like,
I be transforming my family.
I don't even deal with my family, bro.
I be healing ancestral, you know, that generational trauma. I be working on that.
I gotta get like you, bro. I ain't going front. Yeah, my shit on 5%. Show.
Yeah, no, we could cut it. We could cut it in a sec. We got some good discussion in today. We've been going for at least an hour and a half, so yeah, good stuff today.
Yeah, no, it's been a good little minute. You better run this shit through the website.
What's that?
I said, well, when you finish this, you're gonna run this shit through the.
Yeah, you send me the link. All right. I gotta sign up for that still.
Yeah, no, I just
yeah. Yeah, I'll save it. I'll download it, and I gotta Yeah, I gotta make an account for there. And yeah, I'll send you the video after too.
That's what we do.
Cool. Anything else you want to discuss? Anything else you want to say?
Nah, that was it. That at the end, I started getting a little too deep. I started getting too.
You opened up a bit, which I'm sure people can appreciate. Though it's very humane, very human of you. But yeah, if you stop by, thanks. And if you're still in here, thanks for watching. Thanks for stopping by. We'll be doing this, often. Maybe not every day, but whenever we got time, and just chop it up, talk about astrology a little bit, talk about real life, and yeah.
Yes, sir. And shout out to specifically my boy, the Aquarius.
Shout out Aquarius Theory. Would love to have you on.
Got a tap room, bro. All right, y'all. This has been episode 2 of Zay and Tadz Astrology. And we will see y'all in the next episode.
Peace.